Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by Grant Enfinger, of course, the driver of the number 23 Champion Power Equipment Chevrolet for GMS Racing in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. How's it going?
It's going good, Casey. Good to talk to you again.
All right. Well, we're back. Only a few more weeks until you guys get going again. How exciting is it to get back in year two at GMS?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, I think everybody's put a lot of effort in over the off season to make our program better, and I think everybody's kind of antsy to just go ahead and get to the track, go ahead and get this year started. So I'm excited about getting down to Daytona. I'd say I'm even more so excited to go to Vegas a couple of weeks after that to kind of see where we're at. But some a little bit of changes about how we do stuff, but our core group of guys stayed the same. I feel like we started building a lot of momentum towards the end of last year. And like I said, anxious to see where we stack up. I feel like we have an opportunity this year.
Yeah. GMS is it's not gonna, it is gonna look a little different. Obviously there are three trucks now. Of course, you don't change. You're in the 23. Your crew chief doesn't change either. But your teammates do. Raja Caruth and Daniel Dye both joined the team. What's it been like working with those two?
It's good. I've known Raja for about a year or so now, and Daniel for about that amount of time. So, both of them are younger guys with a lot of talent, and obviously at this stage of the game, I'm kind of the veteran. So this is my seventh. This will be going into my seventh full year in the Truck Series. So, hopefully we can kind of feed off each other and make each other better as drivers and better as an organization. I feel like, it kind of caught us off guard a little bit at the beginning of last year where we were off a little bit. But man, everybody at GMS Fabrication and everybody at GMS Racing themselves just kept working and kept working and kept working. And, pleased with the effort that was put in all year last year. And definitely pleased with the direction we were going towards the end.
Yeah, of course. And I think also, overall, just not just GMS, but Chevrolet, all the trucks really improved as the season went along. What's it been like just to see the manufacturer? It has been good. It's going to be another possible strong year for the Chevrolets. What's it going to be like as we head to Daytona?
Yeah, I think overall, for me last year it was something pretty special for me to just um, to have so much support from Chevrolet and so much support on the GMS side and just so much effort being put into our 23 Champion Power Equipment Chevy every week. So just the amount of effort and the amount of details and everything that went in was something that was great for me. I see that continuing into this year. Like everybody on all three of these trucks are just putting in the extra effort and going the extra mile. So that's obviously as a driver that gives you that much more confidence. But yeah, on the Chevrolet side, Chevy does so much with the drivers and with the Josh Wise program. Most of us are going there 3 or 4 days a week now. There's a lot of stuff they're implementing to make us better drivers. So that stuff's pretty cool. The GM Tech Center that they have in Concord now is pretty much an unbelievable facility. It blows all the other stuff out of the water, and they put forth the effort and the resources to do everything right and to make our program step up. And I think that's where us as the truck teams we need to deliver this year. I think there's a little bit of changing going around. I think this season saw more changes than most. You had three of your major teams change manufacturers. KBM is Chevrolet now, so we're, I guess, kind of quasi teammates. We still want to beat those guys, but we want those all the Chevys to run good, and we want to be able to help each other. So that whole dynamic of the Truck Series is going to be a little bit different this year, and I think it should, in theory, work into our favor at GMS Racing because while we've made some improvements, we do have a stability and a solid foundation there.
Are you getting used to saying craftsman now in all these interviews that you've done?
Somewhat, somewhat. So hopefully that relationship stays strong. They're doing some great things with the series. Hopefully that continues and doesn't hinder anything. Camping World was such a great sponsor and fit in so well with our demographic and our people. But Craftsman is the same way. The guys that are watching these truck races on Friday nights, they're working on their own car, they're working on their own house. So I think it's great that we got some of that old school feel back, but still some of the blue collar feel as well. So that's great.
Kind of going off that, kind of going to the new set of tracks that are also on the schedule. I think everyone has that North Wilkesboro race circled on their calendar, and then later in the year, going to the Milwaukee Mile. That should be exciting too.
Yeah, definitely. I think North Wilkesboro has the opportunity to put on a race that we're not used to seeing in NASCAR. Something that potentially would take the dirty air and in the aero side of it. I wouldn't say it'd be out of the equation, but mechanical grip and tire management is going to be a precedent there. I feel like we're going to see at least 3 seconds of drop off. I think that's great. I mean, I think is competitors, drivers, his teams, even fans, I think will enjoy that. There's still an opportunity for somebody to just hit it and run away with it, but man, I'm excited to go to North Wilkesboro because I have never been there, but I'm more so excited because they didn't pave the place and it's going to put on a different race than we're used to. And I feel like I guess us as NASCAR have, in my opinion, kind of been going down the wrong path with splitters and just making everything so aero efficient. I feel like this race is gonna, add a different element to that. And it's gonna be a lot about mechanical grip and I can't wait.
Yeah, it should be fun, and of course, all starts off at Daytona, and this is I think the kind of like I know that Jeff came in and worked with you midway through 2022, but of course this is kind of your first full season back together since 2020. So what's it been like you and Jeff working together? Really, just the chemistry there.
Man, it's been great. I mean, me and Jeff have been friends since I guess it'd be the beginning of 2016 when he first came here with Spencer, and I was still at GMS. We've been friends, whether I was driving for him or not. So when he came back in and became my crew chief, kind of pretty much plugged in just where we were when we ended 2020. I feel like that relationship on the track stayed strong, and I know the relationship off the track probably got stronger yet. So I think all that stuff is been going great. I think there's our core group of guys that have stayed the same this year. There's a couple of little changes, but man, Jeff being here again, which will be basically the 5th year me working with Jeff. Dan Lemasters is our truck chief again. Man, they have great chemistry. Just I think overall, just we have a lot of things going for us. And like I said before, we have kind of that foundation where stuff is we're in racing, stuff is always changing. The stuff is evolving here, but I feel like we have that solid foundation. And I would be surprised if we didn't go through those first few races and show speed and just show where we're at as a team. I would be very surprised if we get back from Atlanta and or scratching our heads. I feel like we're going to be unloading pretty close and fine tuning.
Yeah. Who's your spotter this year?
Tyler Mon. So I had Mike Herman last year. And then this year I have Tyler Mon, who's also Kyle Larson's spotter. But I've known Tyler since the ARCA days, since I was racing for a championship against his buddy Mason Mitchell at the time, and I've known him for close to 9 or 10 years now. He's never spotted for me. He actually came to the shop yesterday. We've had a lot of in-depth talks about, what I like, what he normally does, and what he's willing to do, and the information that he's willing to give me and Jeff. And man, I'm excited about that. He's all in on it, and that relationship is in my opinion, it's not quite as important as the driver and crew chief, but it's almost, man. If you trust that guy, on the roof, not even just clear and not clear, but if you trust them to say, hey, what's your truck look like compared to your competition? Where are you getting beat at? Where are you better than the competition at? That's the things that I really love, and anxious to come to see how that goes.
Yeah. What was it like getting that win in IRP last year?
Well, it's good. I mean, obviously, you come to an organization like GMS Racing that's used to winning races and used to winning championships, and there is a I wouldn't say pressure is the right word, but there's a standard that's at GMS Racing that, I mean, you go win a race. It's not necessarily about celebrating afterwards. It's about, hey, we did our job this week, and for us to start the year off as far off just speed wise as we were, was of course very disappointing for all of us. Um, but the hard work and the effort that everyone put into making our stuff better, not just me, not just Jeff, everybody at GMS Racing and everybody at GMS Fabrication put into making our program better. And I think to actually win the race was great at IRP, but more than that, it felt good to have winning speed. So I feel like if you score us on the whole year, we didn't do what we needed to do. But there at the end of the year, I was pretty proud of the speed that we were bringing to the track and our results. I think we had, Homestead was another opportunity that we had a truck with winning speed. So it didn't work out for us in the end. Didn't pan out the way we wanted to, but I kind of had the same feeling on the progress we made there as I did at IRP. So as a driver, that's what you want. You want to have that speed. You want to have a truck that you can feel and stuff you can give good feedback with. So I definitely think we made a lot of progress in that department.
And last thing is, I mean, what do you want to see out of the 23 team, out of yourself, out of the whole team, with these first few races of the season?
I'd say more than anything, I want to see potential for our goals, which, I just mentioned GMS has a high standard of things. Everybody out there wants to win races, wants to win a championship. We want to dominate a season and win a championship. I mean, that's our goals. I feel like this is an opportunity year for us. I think this is a great opportunity on a lot of platforms to really make a statement this year. The first few races, I want to see speed. I mean, obviously anything can happen at Daytona. Me and Jeff have been fortunate enough to win there a couple years ago. Would I love to win there again? Yes, absolutely. But if we don't, I won't be disappointed. But if we leave Daytona and we're a 12th place truck and I got my hands full the whole night, I'll be disappointed. And if we leave, Vegas and Atlanta the same way, I'll be disappointed. But I don't think that's going to be the case. I feel like we're in the mentality of details and fine tuning, and there's always opportunities for stuff to not go as planned. But I feel very good about the direction we're headed. Feel very good about these trucks that we have slated for the first three races. And I'd be surprised if we were talking a couple months down the road and it was something other than, hey, we had good speed.
Yeah. All right. Well, Grant Enfinger, thank you so much for coming on and talking with us, and best of luck this season and best of luck at Daytona.
All right. Thank you, Casey.